Thanks for joining us again today. Today I'm going to provide an update to the pre-construction meeting for the roundabout at the intersection of US-6 and Adams Central Avenue. The pre-construction meeting for this project was originally held on April 1st of this year, but due to recent events and the early closure of the school, some of those phases have been modified slightly in an effort to save some time and money. So in today's presentation, I will provide updates to the construction phases as they're planned today, updates to the traffic impacts as a result of those changes, as well as summarize the overall schedule. Again, as before, these dates are just targets to the best of our knowledge and are subject to change due to weather or other unforeseen circumstances. Just as before, the construction of this roundabout is planned to occur in 3 distinct phases, with phase 1 actually occurring in 2 different stages. Now the next 4 slides are going to be oriented the same way, so I'm going to take some time now to explain the layout of these slides just to orient the audience to what's going on. As before, in all the next 4 slides, the north will be pointed up as indicated here by the north arrow. The east-west roadway is US Highway 6. The north-south roadway is Adams Central Avenue. Adams Central Junior Senior High School is located here. And the newly constructed Adams Central Elementary School is located here in the upper right. The legend will also remain the same on the next 4 slides. Anything shaded red is the construction of temporary surfacing that will be used to carry traffic in the next phase. Anything shaded blue is previously constructed temporary surfacing that will be carrying traffic in the current phase and will be removed at the end of that phase. Anything shaded green is construction of permanent pavement, and anything shaded gray is previously constructed permanent pavement that is used to carry traffic at that time. The bulk of the work in Phase 1, Stage 1 is the construction of temporary surfacing to the north of US Highway 6. This will be used to carry US Highway 6 traffic as the roundabout is constructed to the north of the intersection and to the south of the intersection. In all stages and in all phases, traffic eastbound and westbound on US Highway 6 will be maintained. Work on this phase began in late April of this year and at the time of this recording has been completed. During Phase 1, Stage 2 of construction, the entirety of the west leg of the roundabout, south leg of the roundabout, and east leg of the roundabout will be constructed, as well as a majority of the north leg of the roundabout. In addition, more temporary surfacing will be placed here, here, and across what would be the future roundabout, and this will be used to carry US-6 westbound traffic in the next phase of construction. Eastbound and westbound movements on US Highway 6 will be maintained throughout this phase using that temporary surfacing that was placed in Phase 1, Stage 1 of construction. During Phase 1, Stage 2, Adams Central to the south of US Highway 6 will be closed, and Adams Central to the north of US Highway 6 will be closed intermittently. But in both instances, local access to Adams Central Avenue will be provided, and local property owners will still have access to their assets. This north leg of the roundabout on Adams Central Avenue will be the first piece to be constructed during this phase. This segment is under construction right now and will be complete towards the end of June. Once this piece is complete, more temporary surfacing will be placed and tie the temporary surfacing placed in Phase 1, Stage 1 into this newly constructed leg of Adams Central Avenue. And at the end of June, beginning of July, Adams Central to the north of US Highway 6 will be open for right-in, right-out movements. As I said, construction on this phase has already begun. This north leg will be done towards the end of June, and traffic will be open up on US Highway 6 and Adams Central to the north from the end of June to the end of July. The south leg, like I said, will be closed for the duration of this phase, and this phase is scheduled to be done at the end of July. During Phase 2 of construction, the remaining northern piece of the roundabout will be constructed at this time. Eastbound traffic on US Highway 6 will travel through the newly constructed approach leg of the roundabout, around the roundabout itself, and exit and continue on US Highway 6 towards Hastings. Westbound traffic will travel on US Highway 6, again through that newly constructed approach leg of the roundabout, across the temporary surfacing placed in the previous phase, and continue on US Highway 6 to the west. Adams Central Avenue to the south of the roundabout will be open at this time for right in, right out movements. However, through movements or westbound movements will not be permitted at this time due to construction in this region right here. Adams Central Avenue to the north of the roundabout, again, will not be allowed to access US Highway 6 for the duration of this phase. This phase is slated to begin construction at the end of July and be complete by August 9th of this year. This will signify substantially completing the roundabout itself prior to the commencement of the fall semester on August 12th. Phase 3 is the final phase of construction. During Phase 3, the temporary surfacing used to carry traffic westbound during Phase 2 will be removed. As in all phases, eastbound and westbound traffic will be maintained on US-6. Eastbound traffic will function much the same way as Phase 2, and they'll be traveling through the southern leg of the roundabout as shown here. And westbound traffic now will be able to use the north leg of the roundabout for this phase to go westbound. Adams Central Avenue will be open both north and south of US-6 during Phase 3. However, movements on both legs will be right in, right out, right in, and right out. There will be no movements allowed through the roundabout here and here due to construction. During Phase 3, the only construction taking place is the remainder of the splitter islands here and here, the truck apron here and here, and grading at the center of the roundabout itself. Phase 3 construction is planned to begin on August 10th of this year and planned to be complete on August 21st of this year. The sign Detour that will be used for the closure of Adams Central north of US-6 is shown here. Again, north is oriented upwards on this slide. US-6 is shown here, going east and west. Adams Central is north-south here, and some other roads such as Southern Hills Drive right here and Osage Avenue is right here. During this closure, vehicles wishing to go north on Adams Central, north of US-6, will continue down US-6 to Southern Hills Drive, turn north on Southern Hills Drive, then turn west at DLD Road, and then turn south at Adams Central Avenue to access the school from the north. This detour will be in place during Phase 1, Stage 2 from now until the end of June, and will also be put in place during Phase 2, which will occur from the end of July through August 9th before the fall semester begins at Adams Central Schools. So to summarize the traffic impacts through the duration of construction, Adams Central Avenue south of US-6 will be closed from now until July 28th of this year. After that, Adams Central Avenue to the south will be open for the duration of the project. Adams Central Avenue to the north of US-6 will intermittently open and close. It's closed now through the end of June. It will open back up at the beginning of July through the duration of July, but will be closed during Phase 2 of construction from the end of July till August 9th when we see that substantial completion of the roundabout. But after August 9th, Adams Central to the north will be open once again prior to the commencement of the fall semester. Again, I want to point out all the dates listed here are still subject to change due to other unforeseen circumstances such as the weather. It is our goal to accommodate the start of the school semester and minimize the time traffic is detoured. There may also be some other short lane closures for material deliveries not shown in this phasing scheme, but those will be very specific and of short duration. A summary of the construction schedule for the roundabout at the intersection of US Highway 6 and Adams Central Avenue is shown below. Construction began as planned on April 27th of this year, and Phase 1, Stage 1 of construction is complete at this time. Phase 1, Stage 2 of construction has begun and will continue through the end of July. During Phase 1, Stage 2, Adams Central to the north of US Highway 6 will be closed from now until the end of June, but will open back up at the beginning of July and remain open to the end of July. Adams Central Avenue to the south of US Highway 6 will be closed from now until the end of July or the commencement of Phase 2 of construction. Phase 2 of construction will begin at the end of July and be complete by August 9th of this year. During Phase 2, Adams Central will again be closed north of US Highway 6. However, Adams Central Avenue to the south of US Highway 6 will be open for the duration of this phase and the remainder of construction. Phase 3 of construction will begin on August 10th of this year and be complete by August 21st of this year, signifying the substantial completion of the construction of the roundabout. And again, all these dates are still subject to change, but to the best of our knowledge, this is the schedule we are planning to stick to. This is the end of the presentation updating the construction phasing for the construction of the US Highway 6 and Adams Central Roundabout. If you have any questions or comments, please contact Sarah Sula, Public Involvement Manager for the Nebraska Department of Transportation. Her mailing address, email address, and phone number are shown below. Thank you for your time.